we go.
There we go.
Looks like we might be having some technical difficulties here. That's all right. So we'll take a quick look at the almanac and then we'll talk about the forecast, Bailey.
It's a Saturday. It's okay.
It's a Saturday. Sometimes these things happen. But yeah, so our high temperatures today, Bailey, were actually a little bit warmer than they have been lately. It's still winter time, so you might not have noticed. But yeah, some of us were almost to 50 degrees today. So here's a look at some of those high temps. We got to 49 today in Freiburg. We got to 49 in Wiscasset, 48 there in Sanford, 50 degrees today in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So we did have a mixture of sun and clouds today, more sunshine as we got to the second half of the day. Looks like on the radar there were some flurries or sprinkles around, but the atmosphere was likely dry enough that those were actually not hitting the ground. So overnight tonight, we will have mostly clear skies, so those overnight low temperatures will be a little bit on the chilly side again. We'll be dropping down into the 20s. And then tomorrow is a bit of a role reversal of what we saw today. So if you're up really early, you might be able to see some of that sunshine, but we do fill in with clouds pretty quickly, and we end up with a mostly cloudy day. We have a small disturbance that'll be approaching from the west, and it'll be able to bring some snow showers to an area like upstate New York or Vermont, but by the time it reaches us, it's not going to have a lot of juice to it. So overnight Sunday into Monday, you might see a light shower, a sprinkle, or a flurry around, especially in western and northern Maine, but not expecting a ton of precipitation. In fact, I think most of us will remain dry the entire time. And then we'll see a little bit of clearing during the day on Monday, even some sunshine in the southern half of the state, but I think the mountains will be locked in with clouds for much of the day. And then Tuesday through Thursday is when we have a larger system that we'll be watching because it's a little bit tricky. I also did want to mention it is going to be a little bit breezy during the day on a Monday, winds mainly out of the north and west. So Tuesday night, we start to see some increasing shower activity. Areas like northern Maine and the higher elevations might see some mixed precipitation, but most of us there will be seeing rain. And then Wednesday, we end up being in the middle of these two fronts. So there might be a stray shower around, but I think most of the day Wednesday will actually remain dry. And then overnight is when that cold front rolls through. It might linger in areas of northern and eastern Maine in the very early morning on Thanksgiving, but most of us will see clearing skies and a little bit windy in the afternoon. Marine forecast sees 1 to 3 feet. Ocean temperature is 48 degrees. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. So during the day tomorrow, you might see a sprinkle or flurry late in the day, and I think it's going to be a largely cloudy day after the morning hours. And then during the day Monday, we might start out with a little sprinkle because of that disturbance, and it'll be mostly cloudy once again. And then the bigger system that comes in for the middle to second half of the week, Bailey, will bring some rain showers really Tuesday into Wednesday. I do think for most of us, though, will remain dry on Thanksgiving. It will be a bit windy, though, so those wind chills might be a little colder. So where it says 47, it might feel closer to 40.
And I think that was the deal today, is because it was a little bit windy, at least by our station. I felt the chill for sure.
The wind can really make a huge difference. Those wind chills in the winter can be no joke.
No joke. Okay, thank you.